how would you describe the vibe of our lab?
Oh, I think the vibe changes. It changes all the time. I think that's the most fun thing of having a lab and mentoring graduate students is they all come in with such different experiences and backgrounds, and they all set that tone.
What do you enjoy about working with PhD trainees?
Scientifically, I've come to realize that there are lots of ways of looking at a problem, and I feel like the trainees and everybody in the lab is a team. What do you think makes our relationship work so well?
Well, I think you're very patient with me, and I don't
that's
think
like the kindest thing anyone's ever said to me.
And I don't think you would describe yourself that way.
No.
But I do think you're very patient. And I think you let me find my own way, and I think I needed that.
You are a social force in the lab as well. I think the lab should be fun.
I think so too.
So how did Cheesy Eddies become a thing for us?
Well, I think we both enjoy desserts and sweet things. And so for lab meetings and people's defenses, we always get some sort of cake to celebrate, and it happens to be Cheesy Eddies.
How did we actually meet?
So I was rotating in Marissa Sobolewski's lab, and then I was looking for a third rotation, and Marissa encouraged me to seek out your lab for a third rotation because she thought that my interests were better aligned.
And why'd you decide to stay?
I thought that it was a good learning environment for me. On the first day in the lab, everyone made me feel very welcome, and it was a very encouraging place to learn and an exciting place to learn.
That was always very clear to me that I wanted my trainees to be my peers. I wanted them to be super excited about the work, to teach me as much as I teach them, to take advantage of everything that we had to offer, but also bring their own ideas and really take charge of their own projects. So what do you want people to see when they look at our lab and our lab culture and take a peek at what's going on in our lab?
I hope they see that it's very collaborative and there's always an open dialogue around what would make the best, most exciting science. And so I think you do a great job at that, and I hope people see that you do a great job at that.
Wow. I like that. So now that you can see the light at the end of the tunnel,
Yes.
what would you tell your first year graduate self?
I would tell first year me to trust myself, to keep my eyes on my own paper, because I always compared my progress or what I was doing to other people that graduate students that I looked up to and my peers. And I think that I wish I would have just kept my eyes on my own paper, kept my head down, focused on what I wanted to achieve, and just trusted that I would have been successful doing it my way instead of other people's way.
And you have been. What do you think you'll miss the most from Rochester?
So I will miss, for sure, there's always something to do. There's always a festival to go to. So I think it's a really quiet, charming city. On the topic of Rochester, what would you tell trainees about coming to Rochester and what's special about Rochester?
I think it's very easy to find a work-life balance, which is important in graduate school because there's a lot of difficult parts of graduate school where you need to sustain yourself with other interests as well. And I think the medical school is relatively unique in that we're very grad student driven. So the grad students drive our research mission. They do all the cool projects, and the faculty are very cognizant of what graduate students need. So I think there's a lot of focus on graduate education and really doing the best science while also learning a lot for your future.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for me going into a long career of science on how to keep motivated and excited? about the work.
I have no doubt that that will not be a problem for you. Excitement is what, like, your defining feature. But I think most of us do this job because we love science, and there's just so much, and the field changes so quickly. And so I think you'll find that as long as you're open and willing to move your research in new directions and consider input from others, you're always going to find it exciting, because it's always going to take you where you least expect it really to go.